Hey golfers, today we are going to be tackling one of the biggest swing killers in golf, scooping the golf ball. Do you ever hit shots that feel thin, weak, or just not solid? If so, this video is for you. Stay tuned and I'm going to give you 3 drills that are going to help you start compressing the golf ball and hitting it super solid just like the pros. So let's dive right in. My name is Maggie Simons, but my friends call me Mags for short because I help them master a great swing. So we're going to get straight into these 3 drills that are going to help you stop scooping and compress that golf ball. If you're scooping the golf ball, that means that in your downswing, you're letting this club head early release, and by the time you're at impact, your hands are probably by your right thigh. That club head has now passed your hands. You have some extension in that lead wrist. We've added loft to the golf club, and you're going to have a lot of contact issues, and we're not going to hit the ball very far or very solid. So in order to get rid of that scooping and to compress that golf ball, we need to come into impact with a look more like this. So now you can see at impact how my hands are closer to my left thigh. The handle is in front of the club head. Now that shaft is leaning towards the target, so that loft is de-lofted, and I'm going to now brush the ground in front of the golf ball and compress the ball and get that nice solid contact that we all just dream of. Okay, for drill number 1, it's going to deal with the root cause that the majority of you are doing, which is giving you the reason that you need to scoop. And that has to do with our club face in the downswing. For a lot of you in your golf swing, the club face gets open in the downswing. So the only way for you to feel like you can hit it halfway straight is you have to feel like you're really going to let those hands go early, release those hands to get that club face square. And you might hit it fairly straight at times, but you're losing that compression, that de-lofting of the club that is going to give you the distance and that solid contact that we all crave. So for this drill, we are going to kind of preset our downswing. So the position that we're looking for is that kind of when our left arm is, parallel, just below parallel to the ground in our downswing, we want to make sure that this club face is slightly pointed down towards the ground. And that's going to be controlled by your wrist. So as we come down, you can see how my lead wrist is a little bit bowed, right? It's not extended, which will get that face open. When I bow it, it gets that club face pointed slightly towards the ground. Club head is behind me. So now all I have to do is just rotate. I don't have to do anything with my hands to get that club face square. So for this drill, we're going to preset ourselves into this, what feels like club face a little bit more pointed down to the ground. We're going to let our hands just come up about 1 foot, and then we're going to rotate through into an abbreviated follow through, just hitting a couple little punch shots here. And the idea is that you should feel that when we come into impact, that lot more square face, that lead wrist is now bowed, which is kind of presetting us into what we want in our impact position. And we should feel like that we're easily able to brush that ground in front of the ball or in front of this stick as a point of reference. So here, we're gonna pump up 1 foot and then come through. And then we'll try to hit a few balls like that. We're gonna give this drill a try. We're gonna come back, preset ourselves into this downswing position, bowed wrist. I'm gonna let go up for about 1 foot and then come down and hit it. Okay. You should get really kind of pretty low, straight little shots here, feeling like we're taking a divot after the golf ball. Okay, it's exaggerated, right? So I had exaggerated handling there, but that's what we're working for. We want to feel like we can really exaggerate this position because you're used to seeing this, right? Let's do it one more time. Bowed wrist. Okay, really solid. So that's a great drill to, 1, get your club face in the position that it needs to be so you don't feel the need to scoop. And 2, just in that short motion, getting the feeling of brushing that ground after the ball and compressing the ball. So this is what, those of you that get scoopy, this is probably what yours would look like. So for drill number 2, you just need an alignment stick. And we are gonna stick that alignment stick up the left side of our club shaft with the majority of it hanging off of the end. And we're gonna kind of make a makeshift grip, put the stick underneath our left armpit. So this is a great feedback drill to where you're gonna get physical feedback if you get scoopy. So as we have talked about in drill 1, you know, we're trying to get this handle leaning forward through impact, you know, having club head staying back behind the handle of the club so that we can brush that ground, compress the golf ball. If I get scoopy, you're gonna see that this stick is gonna hit me right in the rib cage. You're gonna get some bruises on those ribs. So taking kind of these same little half swings, if I don't scoop, you're gonna see that this alignment stick is gonna stay off of my body. It's gonna feel like you're really having to exaggerate that forward shaft lean, which is great for those of you that are getting scoopy, but you're gonna feel what you have to do in order to keep that stick off of your body. And it'll probably be hard for you at first. You might have some bruises on your rib cage, but that's okay. You're gonna get immediate feedback and you're gonna quickly learn that you don't wanna have that feeling of those bruises. So then you can hit a few shots like that. And again, we're looking for just little half swings, little punchy shots, abbreviated follow through. And you can see that when I do this correctly and the stick stays off of my side, when I finish from down the line, you can see when I finish, you can see how the club head is still to the right of my hands. This is an exaggerated little position here, but if I get scoopy, that club head is not gonna be able to stay to the right of my hand. So that's another good kind of indicator if we haven't gotten scoopy for these shorter swings. And I'm just rotating my rib cage to get the club through instead of getting scoopy. So let's try one here, see if I can avoid the bruises. Okay, it got me a little bit at the end. Let's try one more. Pretty solid. So kept it off my rib cage. Again, just a great drill for you to feel, get feedback. If you don't have somebody there watching you, if you don't have video, you're gonna know if you get scoopy, and you're able to develop a feel, just figuring out a way to keep this off of your rib cage to keep that handle leaning forward and compress the golf ball. So for drill number 3, this one is hard. Okay, so you have to go into this one knowing that you're probably gonna struggle, but it is probably the best way for you to really drill this compression feel in. So I've heard it called by a lot of coaches, it's called the hell drill because it is really hard. So just be patient with yourself, okay? And realize that, you know, you might not get it at first, but even if we can get close, we're gonna be developing a better motor pattern to get rid of that scoop. So for this drill, you take your regular grip and then we are going to open up the palm of your trail hand, okay? So we're not gonna let you wrap your fingers around the club. You're just gonna have your palm pressing against this right side of the handle. Now, the idea is, you know, again, start real small. So open palm, I'm not gonna let my fingers wrap around. The idea is taking these small swings, I have to feel like I'm maintaining the pressure of that palm on the right side of the club. If I get scoopy, that hand is gonna completely come off. So I have to maintain kind of this trail wrist extension. I have to maintain that pressure, which means I have to keep my chest rotating in order to keep that palm on the club. And you can see that, you know, this move at impact is what we need in order to have that handle shaft leaning forward at impact. And you can see my palm is still against it. If I get scoopy, you're gonna completely lose that right hand and it's gonna feel really funny. So normal grip, open that palm. Just some practice swings here at first, getting that feel. It's really hard. Okay, now we're gonna try it with the ball. Okay, so when you go to hit a ball, I would definitely tee it up. Okay, so you know the goal here is we're not trying to hit it super far. We are just trying to get a feel for this anti-scooping move. So I've got the ball on a low tee. We go nice and slow, again, just a nice small swing And that goal is to maintain the pressure of that right palm on the handle of the club. See how I do. Whew, that's hard. I kept it on there. Wasn't super solid contact, but that's okay. Okay, normal grip. Open the palm. Really feel keeping that pressure. That one was better. Now, when I would first do this drill for myself, I would open the palm, but I would find that I would try to wrap those fingers around through impact to gain more control. So you have to resist the urge to let those fingers wrap around the handle of the club. Let's do one more here. Open palm, really feeling, maintaining that pressure there. Okay, so little short, low bullets there, really tough drill. So again, be patient, but if you can start to hit shots maintaining that palm on the right side of the handle, then you know that you're getting really close to eliminating that nasty scoop that is giving you distance away, that is contributing to poor contact, and you're gonna love the game a lot more once we get this move drilled in. Okay, so there are your 3 drills to help get you compressing the golf ball and stop that scoopy move. We have the just short little pump drill, presetting that more closed club face with that bowed wrist, pumping up one foot, coming down to an abbreviated follow through. We have the alignment stick drill, putting it underneath your arm, trying to make sure that we're not gonna bruise our rib cage. And then we have our fun held drill, the open palm trail hand drill, where we're trying to maintain pressure of that right palm on the handle as we swing through. I promise if you can do those 3 drills, you are well on your way to hitting solid, far iron shots. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you. Let me know in the comments which drill worked best for you. And also please subscribe to my channel below. That would mean a lot, and it will help me be able to keep making these videos week after week. If you want to work with me one-on-one virtually, you can do so through Skillest, and I have that link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later.